you.
All right. Can you hold the camera like still? Because in the video it's like this. Exactly. All right, guys. What's up, MR.TwoSix checking in. So today we're gonna be putting the rear sway bar in Project Barbatos. I got the Whiteline rear sway bar only to help stiffen up the rear end, to help the cart rotate, help the back end of the car rotate a little bit better. So yeah, so we'll get the car up and then we'll get under. I'll show you what you need to do and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so here we are under the car, got it up, wheels off, and let's see what we have here. Alright, so to start, on both sides of the car you're gonna have, here's the sway bar bushing bracket. Let's see if you guys are picking that up. It's my pops talking. Right here, so you're gonna have a bolt up top and a bolt underneath. It's gonna be the same thing on the other side. Let me get you guys over there. Hold up. So same thing. I don't know if you guys can see right here. One right here, one right here. So there's four, and then the sway bar end link is right here, which is actually a weird spot, but I guess we'll deal with that. So there's a bolt on one side. I don't know if you have to remove the entire end link. I'm hoping not. I'm gonna try and do it without removing the end link. So so yeah, let me get my ratchet set so I can see what it is I need. We got the sizes. So what you're gonna need for the end links is 14 millimeter, and you're gonna need either I have a ratcheting wrench, or you're gonna need just an adjustable, plain old adjustable wrench, and just, or a regular wrench, and just work with it, because there's not a lot of space to get a ratchet in here. You could probably get the socket on, but you can't get the ratchet in here, so it's gonna be at an angle. So I recommend just using a wrench or a ratcheting wrench in 14 millimeter. And what you want to do is, to loosen it, you want to go up, right? That's what you want to do. They are extremely tight, so just a word of caution. So you want to remove the end links first before you start working on the bushing brackets for the sway bar. Alright guys, so I'm going to get the two sides off, and then we're going to work on the bushing bracket. Alright, so one thing to note. So we have the nuts off on both sides of the end link, right? So to move the end link, you're going to want to loosen this. You don't need to remove it. Just loosen it enough so you can move the end link out of the hole of the sway bar. Alright, so we'll do that, and then we'll work on the bushing brackets. We loosened up the bottom bolt of the end link, which is 12 millimeter. We removed the bracket, the two bolts holding the brackets on both sides, which again is 12 millimeter. And now we have to figure out a way to how to snake this out of here. So this is always the fun part. So yeah, let's see what we can do. But it'll get close.
Oh my god.
So people can see the difference. I see me. Alright guys. So here we have the OEM rear sway bar, and this is the Whiteline 22 millimeter rear sway bar. I have my digital calipers here. We're going to measure the OEM versus the Whiteline to make sure that it is what they say it is. So we're going to turn on my calipers, if they work. Or not. Oh, there they go, it works. Okay. Alright, so we're going to turn on the calipers. Let's see how big the OEM rear sway bar is. So the OEM rear sway bar is 18.2 millimeters. Okay, so let's look at the Whiteline. the Whiteline is 22.4. So you're talking about 4.2 millimeters thicker on the Whiteline. So so there's that. So we're gonna have a thicker rear sway bar, stiffer rear sway bar. It comes with the bushings that we need. Just gotta lube them up, remove the brackets from the old, and then also on the Whiteline you have 2 points of adjustment, a softer setting and a harder setting. So I'm just gonna mount it probably on the harder setting because I believe that's where the OEM end links match up to anyways. So let's get back under the car, finagle this in, and get it all put together. Alright guys, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the bushings on the new bushings that came with the sway bar on the new sway bar. So you're going to want to use a supplied grease. You want to lube the inside of the bushing, and then you want to place it, you want to put it on in the same locations. Luckily enough, the bushings looked a little big and I already did like a quick test fit. The OEM bracket does work. I've had some other cars where that does not always work out the way you want, but in this case it looks like it will. So you just want to put the grease inside the bushing and just spread it with your finger. And this helps reduce any squeaking or any noise coming from the metal on polymer or urethane contact. So you know, it's okay. A lot doesn't hurt. It's just grease. There we go. And the same in the other one. Want to get it all the way in, as deep as I could go. Right? Huh?
Mhm.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say it. Alright. Alright, so that put on. Let's get the bushings on. Swap all my gloves really quick. And yeah. Alright. Was that recording?
Yes.
Why you gotta get so
Close
close? Close up. I'll give you close up. Yeah. Alright, this is gonna be the fun part. There we go.
Am I supposed to be recording this?
No, don't watch me struggle. Is it recording? See? This is why you got a triple glove. I double gloved it. Now I'm having such a difficult time getting this other glove. I have web hands. Looking like a freaking duck. Ugh. See, you're supposed to be recording here. Come on. See, I can't. Well, maybe I can swim underwater now. No. I can swim underwater anyways. But no, whatever. All right. Where's my mallet? Okay. Can't fix anything without a hammer. Alright, so now that's all set up. Let's get under the car, snake this thing in there, and figure it out. Alright guys, so we got everything buttoned up back in. To get it in, you're basically going to do in reverse order the way you took it out. So get the sway bar in, make sure, because this happened to me, make sure that the part of the sway bar that connects to the end links is pointing down. You want it to go this way. I initially put it in the wrong way, so I had the this part facing up, pointing towards the sky, and that obviously didn't work, so I had to pull it out, put it back in. Luckily the sway bar is small enough that it's not that difficult to do that, to snake it through one of the ends of the suspension. But so yeah, so make sure this part of the sway bar that connects to the end links is facing down towards the ground. So once you get that in, you want to put the bushing brackets just to hold the sway bar up. At least get one bolt on each side to help hold the sway bar up in place. It could be loose, so you can move the sway bar left to right, so you can get the end links in. So the only hole that the end links fit in is the one closest to the sway bar itself, to the tubular part of the sway bar. So on both ends, that's the one that fit without running adjustable end links. So once you get that in, you tighten down these nuts that hold the end link to the sway bar. Tighten down this bolt, which you loosen so you can get some wiggle room movement out of the end link from this bottom pivot point. And then once you tighten this and the end link, then you want to go ahead and tighten down all the bolts for the bushing brackets of the sway bar. Once you have that all done, go back, make another check, make sure everything's nice and tight, and then go ahead and put on your wheels and tires, lower the car, and enjoy. Alright guys, so we finished putting everything back together, wheels back on, sway bars nice and firm. We're gonna go ahead and go for our little ride right now, go get some lunch. Friggin' hot.
I'm hungry.
Just to recap on the rear sway bar, you can definitely feel the rear end wants to rotate a little bit more. It's nothing extreme though. In normal driving conditions, the car drives normal. You can't tell. But when you push it a little bit, you feel the back end feels more solid. So you feel like it wants to scoot a little bit. So tomorrow in the autocross, we'll see how it goes. I should get some nice, very nice rotation on the stock tires with the new sway bar put on. So until then, stay tuned for the autocross video, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, alright? Bye.